The supermarket bustled like any other afternoon. Conversations overlapped, shopping carts squeaked, and the steady rhythm of beeping scanners echoed across the aisles. Then a man in a sharp navy suit stepped up to the counter, and in an instant the atmosphere shifted. His sleek credit card slid once, then again, only for the register screen to flash an unexpected verdict: declined. For a breathless second the entire store froze. Shoppers exchanged glances. A few smirked, whispers spread quickly, and the cashier burst into laughter, unkind and unrestrained. The man's jaw tightened, his gaze dropped, and beside him, a little girl tugged gently at his hand. Her worried eyes searched his face, silently asking what was wrong. Nobody knew this stranger. Nobody guessed the influence or wealth he carried. And nobody imagined that a child's small act of kindness was about to change his life forever. If you believe in compassion, redemption, and the power of second chances, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Heart of Humanity, and share this story with someone who needs to hear it. That man was Daniel Mercer, a tycoon whose fortune was built on steel, skyscrapers, and relentless ambition. He had spoken in boardrooms where fortunes were decided, his name etched on towers across New York and beyond. But here, in a modest town grocery store, stripped of reputation and wealth, he was simply a man whose card had failed. This wasn't a bank error nor fraud. It was a carefully delivered lesson, disguised as humiliation. For years Daniel had hidden behind power, disconnected from ordinary lives and their struggles. Now, the curtain was pulled back, and every mocking laugh reminded him how fragile pride could be. The cashier laughed again, ensuring her voice carried to the crowd. Onlookers leaned closer, amused at watching someone fall from grace. But the girl beside him, no more than 7, her braids falling over a faded yellow shirt, saw none of that. She didn't see a billionaire. She saw a man crumbling under shame. And then, with courage far greater than her years, she reached into her pocket. Her tiny hands pulled out 3 wrinkled bills and a few coins, the kind of savings a child guards for candy or little treasures. With trembling fingers, she placed them on the counter. "Please, take this," she whispered. The room fell silent again, but this time for a different reason. Whispers ceased. Laughter died. Everyone's eyes locked on the little girl offering her last coins to a stranger. Daniel Mercer, the man who had signed checks larger than family incomes, stood frozen. His chest tightened, his eyes stung, not from anger, but from a sudden surge of tears. This child, with almost nothing, had given him everything: dignity, compassion, and a reminder of what real wealth meant. The mocking atmosphere shifted to shame. Heads lowered. The cashier's grin faltered. And Daniel realized he had just witnessed something priceless. He crouched to meet the girl's eyes, voice breaking as he thanked her. She didn't know his name, didn't care about skyscrapers or business empires. To her, he was just a person in need. And kindness demanded action. Her small smile carried a power no empire could buy. When they left the store, Daniel ignored the limousine waiting outside. Instead, he walked the girl home, curious about her world. The house was small, its paint chipped, porch sagging. Inside, her mother folded laundry while keeping watch over a simmering pot on the stove. Life here was simple, marked by quiet struggles and humble victories. Surprised by the stranger at her door, the woman welcomed him without hesitation or judgment. That night Daniel couldn't sleep. The image of the girl's trembling hands haunted him. For decades, he had measured life by wealth and status. But now he understood. True richness is measured by kindness, by giving when it hurts, by seeing humanity when others look away. The next morning, he chose a new path. Weeks later, headlines swept across the nation. Daniel Mercer, once known as a ruthless magnate, had launched a vast foundation to support struggling families. Grocery bills disappeared overnight. Homes were repaired. Scholarships opened doors for children who had never dared dream of college. And at the center of this wave of change was a girl in a faded yellow shirt, the child who had offered her last 3 bills. She became the quiet heart of his campaign. Daniel ensured she and her family would never struggle again, but he never used her kindness as a spectacle. He guarded it, honored it, and made sure her future was filled with opportunity and dignity. Years later, when people spoke Daniel Mercer's name, they didn't mention skyscrapers or fortunes. They remembered the day his card was declined, and a little girl's generosity changed his heart. That became his true legacy, written not in money but in compassion. If this story touched you, please like this video, subscribe to Heart of Humanity, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that kindness can change the world. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What would you have done in the little girl's place? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. This tale reminds us that true wealth is never measured by a bank balance or the shine of a card. It is measured by the courage to care when no one else does, by the strength to give when giving feels impossible, and by the ability to bring hope where none exists. That little girl, with empty pockets but a heart full of gold, changed the life of a man who thought he had everything. She reminded us that compassion cannot be bought, and sometimes the smallest voices teach the greatest lessons. Carry this story into your life, into your family, into the choices you make each day. Be the one who lifts another when they're down. Be the one who believes in humanity, even when the world feels unkind. If this touched you, like, share, and subscribe to Heart of Humanity so these timeless reminders continue to inspire. And don't forget to leave your thoughts below.